All right, I think we're live. Hello, everyone who is live with me. If you're live with me, please do post a comment in the comments and let me know. I hope a lot of people are not watching the IPL final today. Hey, Suraj. Thank you for joining in. Let's just wait for a few more of your colleagues to join in. Hey, Rahul. Everyone who's live, just drop in a comment in the chat section so that I know you guys are here. We can wait a few minutes for your folks to join, for your colleagues to join, and then we can get started. Hey, Vinil. Hey, Lavi. Hey, Sriram. Hey, Samara. Hey, Rahul. I'm good. How are you? I hope you're watching the IPL final as well. Who are you supporting? Delhi or Bombay? How is lockdown going here? Let me just flash that for everyone. So Niranjan's asking, how is lockdown going? Actually, Niranjan, I'm in Bangalore. And so lockdown is, I don't know how it's going anymore. I don't know if we're in lockdown or not anymore, but the cases are getting pretty bad. So it's best to just stay at home, especially in this festival time. Oh, Rahul's supporting Delhi. Nice. Maybe we can start with that. Who are you guys supporting today? Delhi or Mumbai for the IPL final? You can put in your answers again in the chat. Oh no, Suraj, you're COVID positive. I'm very, very sorry to hear that. I hope you become better very, very soon. It's a very bad disease to get. Oh, Samir, you're supporting RCB as well. Yeah, I'm a RCB fan. I've been supporting the team for the last 12 years, but it just never seems to win. So, Lavi, we won't be doing questions in this live session. Today's live session is essentially to introduce another masterclass that we're doing, a free masterclass that we're doing on Thursday. So that's the objective of this live session. Again, we're just waiting for people to join in before we get to the content. Hey, Anurag, how are you? Oh, Amitya supporting Bombay, nice. Niranjan supporting CSK. I'm actually very glad that CSK didn't do well. I was getting tired of them doing so well. Hey, Madhu, how are you? I hope things in Vizag are good. Awesome. So let's get started. I think it's been 3 minutes since we started going. Hey, Abhiraj is asking me to open the chat. Option in the chat. I don't know if you're asking me to option in the chat or open the chat, but the chat is open for me. So let's get started. Maybe let's just start off with, if you guys can just, again, in the comments, just let me know if you guys are working professionals or students, college students or working professionals, so that I can just, tailor the conversation in the best possible way. So in the comments, if you can mention if you're working professionals or students. Some people are still saying they're supporting Mumbai. Student, working professionals. About 4 working professionals so far. 6 working professionals, only 2 students so far, okay? Recently graduated from Ankit. Harish is working right now, that's great. Shubham's working, okay. Okay, great. So a large majority of you are working professionals. That's actually very good, because today what I'm going to talk to you guys about is primarily for working professionals, and for working professionals who want to understand HLD concepts. That is essentially what the topic of today's session is going to be about. It's another free masterclass that we're launching this Thursday, which is day after tomorrow at 9 p.m. And just wanted to talk to you guys about what we would cover. Before that, if I could just ask you guys, how many of you have attended a previous masterclass? Again, just put in your answers in the chat so that I can just get a sense of how many of you have attended any of our previous masterclasses. And maybe I can just share my screen and show you guys what I mean by a masterclass. But essentially this, any of these masterclasses, how many of you have attended? Just say a yes or a no if you've attended the masterclass in the past. It's just in the chat section. Okay, so Ankit has, Rahul has, Mohit hasn't. Mohit, you should definitely check out the next masterclass that we're doing on Thursday. Apurv has as well. Got it. How many more of you have attended previous masterclasses? Shashank has not. None. Okay. Guys, you should definitely then stay for the session because in this session, we're going to talk about a free masterclass that we're doing this Thursday. And without further ado, let me start talking to you guys about what we have planned for you this Thursday. So essentially, a quick introduction of myself. My name is Vedant. I, along with my colleague Bhavik, we lead Scalar Academy, which is our program to train working professionals to accelerate in their career. And we basically, in Scalar Academy, it's a 7 to 10 month program, and which essentially we teach you various concepts and data structures, algorithms, HLD, LLD. We make you do a project as well, and you have one-on-one mentors and TAs to solve your questions as well. So that's a little introduction about me, but enough about me. Essentially, I'm here to talk about Anshuman, pretty much, who is going to take this free masterclass on Thursday. So before I start, if you guys can let me know how many of you have heard of Anshuman in the past, either from our masterclasses or anything else about Scalar that you would have heard about. Just give me a yes or no if you have heard of Anshuman Singh. It's essentially this guy. Again, I'm gonna just share my screen again. I'm talking about this guy. How many of you have heard of Anshuman or follow him on LinkedIn or any of that? Just say a yes or no in the comments. Ninwal has, Jay has as well. Okay. Ritesh, Suraj keeps saying 0. I guess that means you have not heard of Anshuman in the past. Okay, Amitya is saying it's his first time here. He has no clue. Okay, so let me then quickly start with, for the benefit of everyone who does not know Anshuman, let me just quickly start with an introduction about him. Everyone else who has already heard this in the past, my sincere apologies, just, wait with me for a few minutes. And then after this, we will definitely get into what this masterclass will be about. So essentially, Anshuman is one of the co-founders of Scalar Academy and InterviewBit, as you can see in his LinkedIn profile as well. Before he started InterviewBit in 2015, he was actually a team lead or a tech lead at Facebook. I'm sure all of you have heard of Facebook. And he joined Facebook right out of college in 2010. He was one of the early employees at Facebook. He had, he was very, very fortunate to go to Menlo Park and work with Mark Zuckerberg directly in Facebook's office over there. And he launched, or he was one of the core team members who designed the Facebook Messenger app. Anurag is saying that he's attended some of his masterclasses. Yes, Anurag. So Anshuman is going to take this masterclass as well on HLD. So I'm just explaining a little more about Anshuman. So he was tech lead at Facebook, worked directly with Zuckerberg to create the Facebook Messenger app. After that, he had the opportunity to move and set up Facebook's first office outside of the United States, which was in London. And when he was there and he was setting up that office, he was recruiting a lot of engineers for Facebook. And he realized how difficult it was to get high quality engineers. Being an engineer himself, he understood what it took to crack a product company. But when he was also interviewing for candidates, he realized it was very, very hard to do so. Anshu was also actually a ACM ICPC world finalist. He's been there twice, so he's a competitive programmer as well. So he's very, very pedigreed. And at Facebook, he has learned how to build and scale very, very large systems. So that's a little about Anshuman, and he will be taking this class on Thursday. Anurag is asking to introduce myself. Ritesh is asking to introduce myself. So Ritesh, my name is Vedant. I am one of the heads of Scalar Academy, a program that helps engineers upskill themselves. We teach data structures, algorithms, system design, HLD, LLD with a project as well. So that's a little about me. Ritesh, I just answered your question. Maybe there was some lag. So I just answered, I introduced myself as well. So that's a little about Anshuman. He essentially was work at Facebook, and then he started InterviewBit. Help me understand, guys, how many of you have heard of InterviewBit in the past? Just put a yes or a no. How many of you have heard of InterviewBit or used InterviewBit, either currently or when you were in college? Just help me understand how many of you have used InterviewBit. Just say a yes or a no. Okay, Shashank saying yes, he has used InterviewBit. Just waiting for a few others to. Okay, Jess says that he has a 45-day streak on InterviewBit. That's awesome. Ankit has, Someshwar has as well. Awesome. So, for everyone who did not know Anshuman, okay, Sukanya is saying that she loves the platform to solve questions. Thank you, Sukanya. Thank you for that. So InterviewBit essentially was started by Anshuman and his co-founder Abhimanyu Saxena way back in 2015. And after starting InterviewBit, Anshuman and Abhimanyu both started Scalar and Scalar Academy, which is a program for working professionals. Just very quickly, Scalar Academy has trained more than 2,000 engineers, very much like you guys. And for example, there's a gentleman, Nikhil Bhargav, who was a Scalar Academy student. He has it on his LinkedIn as well. Who graduated in 2018. He had 2 years of experience, went through our program, and then moved from Infosys to PayPal. PayPal is a very, very large product-based company. And so Anshuman has seen many, many people like Nikhil, being the co-founder himself, and he's taught many engineers like yourself, and he understands HLD concepts really, really, really well. And hence he's going to take this masterclass on Thursday. I would really recommend that whenever you guys choose a free masterclass to join, or any class to join, you should always look at the pedigree of the instructor. And in this case, Anshuman is better than anyone else, or maybe better than anyone else that you might have seen. Let me talk a little about the masterclass itself. I've talked a lot about Anshuman, but essentially this masterclass is on high-level design. And we will be helping you guys design, or not design, but think through how do you design Google search Typeahead. Maybe before I get into HLD itself, do you guys understand what is high-level design? Are you guys familiar with it? Just give me a yes or no if you're comfortable with HLD. If you're comfortable with HLD concepts, put a yes in the comments. If you're not, just put a no in the comments. Again, I can talk to you a little about HLD and why that's important to know. Okay, Purushottam saying no, a very dramatic no. I'm not sure what that is for. Maybe you didn't want the high-level design masterclass. But guys, just give me a yes or a no if you're comfortable with HLD concepts. Let me just put this out so that everyone knows what the question is. So Ritesh is saying no. Shashank is saying I'm a novice. Apurv is saying he's familiar. Amit saying no. Shivam's also saying no. Got it. So many of you are saying that you are not comfortable with HLD concepts. So for you guys, this masterclass is perfect. Anshuman will start right from the basics on HLD concepts and then take you into a lot of depth. Sukanya saying yes, she is familiar. Great, but I think Sukanya, most of us are saying that we are not very comfortable with HLD. So maybe let me talk a little about what HLD is and why is it important to know as an engineer who's trying to move into get better jobs or just do better in their career. So HLD is essentially, in a very layman's terms, it's how do you build scalable systems. Building a Swiggy for 100 users is very different from building a Swiggy for 10 million users. And so when you have such massive scale on your product, how do you choose the right database? How do you think about recency effects? How do you think of concurrency? How do you think of sharding data so that your system scales in the best possible way? So that's a very layman understanding of HLD concepts. And if you want to be a good engineer in your career, if you want to get this fast track promotion, if you want to get higher salaries, if you want to move to a better company, understanding HLD concepts is very important. And hence, we are coming out with this masterclass where we're going to teach you HLD. Now, let me get into a little more depth on what exactly we will be doing, right? And what is Google Search Typeahead? Why is it so awesome? And why is then this masterclass interesting for you guys to attend? So essentially, when you go to Google and you type in something into the search bar, it gives you suggestions instantly, right? And this is being done at the scale of Google. Google handles about 1 billion requests every day, if not more. And to give people the suggestions in real time at the speed at which they do it without any bugs is actually really cool. It's very impressive. And so if you were, say, an engineer at Google and you were going to define this or you're going to create this, how would you go about it, right? How would you choose the databases? How would you think of pros and cons? How do you think of concurrency effects, recency? How would you think of how do you shard the data and so on and so forth, right? So these are questions that you have to think about as an engineer when you are in a company like that. And when you're trying to get into companies like this, or you're trying to accelerate in your career, these are concepts that you have to understand. And so the way we will do this masterclass, or the way Anshuman will conduct this masterclass, is the first 1 hour will be spent on how do you design the system on one machine. So the way he would do it is, and there's a question I think Vedant is asking, how is this masterclass different from a webinar? So Vedant, the masterclass is different from a webinar in that it is super interactive. Anshuman will not just say, hey guys, this is the answer, just mug it up. But he will pose the question. He will give you guys 5-10 minutes to think about how you would design the system. How would you choose a database? How would you think of distributed computing? What are the pros and cons in your mind? You will answer those questions on the chat interface. We do it on either Zoom or our internal platform. You will answer the question in our internal in the chat window. Then Anshuman will help you guys understand what are the cons of using a system, then what are the pros of using the same system, and then help you guys build towards this answer. So it's very different from a webinar, which is very one-sided. This itself, this YouTube Live, is more two-sided, where you guys are asking me questions. This masterclass will be even more interactive because YouTube has lots of limitations in that I can't send a poll. I can't ask you guys to vote or do any of that cool stuff. So this doing on Zoom or on our internal platform will just make it very interactive. So Shashikant's asking if it's for college students. Unfortunately, Shashikant, it's not for college students. This masterclass, if you see the website as well, we've just tried to be very clear. It is for people who have at least 1 year of experience. The reason we do that is because this is a slightly more technical masterclass. And hence, learning these HLD concepts, you will gain the most if you are a working professional with at least 1 year of experience. Also, the other thing that you guys should keep in mind is that you would need data structures, algorithms, concepts. You should understand DSA to some extent so that you get the most out of this masterclass. Again, I'm just trying to help you guys understand what the masterclass will be about, who should be attending it so that they get the most out of it. So essentially, this is a little about the masterclass. This is a little about Anshuman as well. As I mentioned earlier, this masterclass will be happening on the 12th of November, which is this Thursday, from 9 p.m. all the way to midnight. So it's a 3-hour masterclass. You guys can go into scalar.com/events and then just sign up to the website, and then you can register for this masterclass. The way that we will communicate the link is that on the day of the masterclass, you can go back and visit the same page, and you will have the link. You can click on it, and then you can attend it. You will also get the link on your email. You will also get the link on SMS. So there are 3 places that you will get the link for this particular masterclass. You can attend from there as well. The other thing that I just want you guys to understand is, or just know about, is how many of you know about Scalar's Telegram group? Maybe let me just create another. How many know about Scalar Telegram group? I'm just creating a banner. Let it just clear. How many of you know about the Scalar Telegram group? If you guys do, then just put a yes. If you don't, then just put a no. Shashank is asking if the masterclass is free. Yes, Shashank, is absolutely free. We would love for you to attend that masterclass. It's on Thursday, and you can. It's flashed on my screen right now. You can just look at that and just visit the link as well. So, how many of you know about the Scalar Telegram group? Just say yes or no. The reason I'm asking is so that we can. This is the Telegram group in which we post all our updates about Scalar, all the free classes that we're doing, all the goodies that we're giving out. All of that is present on the Scalar Telegram group. So if you guys are not part of this Telegram group, let me just post the link here. You guys should definitely, let me just come back. You guys should definitely join this Telegram group. I put it in the comments. I hope you guys can see it. It's a Telegram group link. You'll have to download the app from online, and then you'll have to click on this link, and then you get directed to our Telegram group. So you guys should definitely check it out if you haven't already, because that's the place that we will post all these updates about these free masterclasses that we keep doing. So Shubham, Jigar, Nirmal, Shashank, all of you guys who said no, that you don't know about the Telegram group, I put the link again. Let me just put it once more so that's not lost. That's essentially the Telegram group that you guys should definitely join if you want to have all the updates about Scalar, Scalar Academy, Scalar Edge, and all the other programs that we have. So before we wrap up, really quickly, I just want to reiterate what is happening on this Thursday. This Thursday, we're going to have an HLD workshop or a masterclass actually, which is taken by Anshuman Singh, who is on my screen right now. He is one of the co-founders of Scalar. It's a program that accelerates the careers of thousands of engineers so far. I already accelerated the careers of thousands of engineers so far. He is going to be taking a masterclass on HLD. To be honest, there is not a lot of good material online on HLD at all. Many of you might have practiced online, but honestly, there's just no good material. And a lot of HLD concepts are not learned with written tests, but they're learned with discussions. And this is exactly what this masterclass is going to be about. It's just going to be a discussion with Anshuman and a lot of your peers who will join the masterclass, where you guys can discuss these HLD concepts. And we will essentially, in this masterclass, we will be helping you guys design Google Search Typeahead. Google Search Typeahead is a tremendously awesome tool, which, when you type in anything into your Google search bar, you get results almost instantly. And you're doing that at a scale of 1 billion requests almost every day. And having that sort of system set up requires a very high quality engineer. And this is something that we want to make all of you guys very, very high quality engineers. So this is what you will take away from this masterclass. I'm just going back to the website so that you guys see it. So how does Google Search Typeahead work? And explore the concepts of system design as well. So just click on sign up to register as soon as possible. This is definitely not a masterclass that you guys want to miss whatsoever. Let me pause here. Any questions that you guys have so far about Scalar or this masterclass or Anshuman or me? Just put it in the comments, and maybe we can just have a discussion from now on what you guys, any questions that you guys have. I'm very, very happy to answer them. Also, any other masterclass that you guys think we should do, any topic that you think we should cover that we have not covered so far, just put those questions as well. Maybe let me just ask you guys that question that, what topics should we do the masterclasses on? I'll just ask that question. Just put your comments in the chat bar so that I can see it, and then the next masterclass we will try our best to ensure that we try to do those masterclasses on those topics. So just in the comments, just let me know exactly the question that I'll ask right now. Let me stop sharing my screen. But what topics do you guys think we should do free masterclasses on? Okay, so Kanya is saying no. I don't know if that means no, don't do masterclasses, or it means all the topics are okay. Okay, Nitin saying design Yelp-like service. Okay, it's asked in the Facebook on-site interview. Okay, that makes total sense. PSR is saying, how do you prepare for FANG? Okay. Shubham, I don't understand. What do you mean by mobile platform? Do you mean how do you create mobile apps or? Cool. PSR, I get your thing that I get your topic that it says how to prepare for FANG. Jigar's asking, is there any prerequisite? Jigar, there is a prerequisite for this masterclass, the HLD masterclass. It's you need to know DSA and you need to be a working professional. If you know these two, then you should definitely attend this masterclass. So PSR, you're saying how to prepare for FANG. Shubham is saying mobile platform. And Nitin is saying design a Yelp-like service. Is there any other questions? Nirmal, you're asking startup. Can you be more specific, Nirmal? Like, what do you mean by startup? Are you asking how do you start up, or something related to startups? What within startups would you like to know? Okay, Nitin's asking design web crawler, clone Wikipedia on your laptop, asked in the lift on site. Okay, got it. Okay, that is a very, very good suggestion, Nitin. We will definitely try to do that. So design web crawler, you're saying, and clone Wikipedia on your laptop. Shubham saying different technologies used in mobile app development. Got it. That's definitely something we can do. Monal is asking for DSA. Monal, actually, we did a DSA masterclass just last weekend. I don't know if you had a chance to look at it. Let me just share my screen again. So Monal, let me just show you. If you go to this events archive page, I think we did a DSA masterclass. There we go. Data structures and algorithms. How do you succeed? Anshuman also covered how do you switch from a service-based company to a product-based one. And he also did another one, which was pattern recognition and problem solving in DSA. So Monal, unfortunately, maybe you missed those, but we will try to come back with a DSA masterclass as well very, very soon for you. Ankit saying there are a lot of resources to learn DSA. Yeah, Ankit, there is a ton of resources online to learn DSA. It's just that there is no place online where there's a structured way to learn DSA, learn it with the peer group, ask doubts, as many doubts as you want. So there are lots of platforms, but all of them also have their limitations. Nitin saying design logging service like Sumo Logic, Splunk, asked in the Salesforce on-site. Okay, got it. That's something we can definitely do. Nitin, actually your suggestions are great. Thank you so much for that. Motasim is saying LinkedIn job suggestion system. Okay, that is LinkedIn job suggestion. Motasim, would you happen to know if this question is asked in any company interview, or is just something that you would want to know about? Shikhar saying high availability microservice architecture that can scale well, like for payments and stock trading. Okay, that is also something that we can cover in our masterclasses for sure. Prashant is saying computer vision. That's also something that we can cover. So I'm just gonna make a summary right now. But you're saying PSR said FANG preparation. Shubham said, what kind of technologies do you need for mobile development? Nitin said, design or clone Wikipedia on your laptop. I'm just checking more. Nitin saying again, design logging service, which is something asked in the Salesforce on-site interview. Nitin has another one, which is design task scheduler, asked in the Confluent and LinkedIn interviews. Okay, it's also something we can do. Okay, Velan is saying again, how do you compute time complexity? In a really very basic level explanation, and you know a lot of freshers who really need this. Okay, definitely, Velan, we will definitely look at that. Velan, if I could ask, are you a college student right now, or are you a working professional? If you can just put it in the comments, again, Velan, just help me understand. Oh, so Kanya saying it was an old message. Okay, thank you, so Kanya, thank you for the clarification. Hey, Pratiksha, how are you? Guys, I'm just asking, what you guys would like in any of our future masterclasses. We do a masterclass which is completely free of cost every week. The next masterclass is actually going to be held this Thursday. This is exactly what we're going to run it on. It's on HLD. How do you design a Google search type ahead for vast data sets? This is what we're going to do. This is this Thursday from 9 to midnight, which is 3 hours, 9 p.m. to midnight. So that's 3 hours. So you guys should definitely check that out. Anyone who's joined late for this live session, please check it out. It's taken by one of the industry's best. Ankit is saying system design is something most of the developers have their hands on. It's a vast topic. I suggest do a masterclass on system design concepts. Got it. Very clear, Ankit. System design is actually something that we cover in Scalar Academy. So all our instructors are very, very well versed in teaching those concepts. So definitely we can do something in the masterclass as well. Motasim is saying that it was asked in an interview. Okay. So Motasim, you basically said that do a LinkedIn job suggestion system. Got it. And that was asked in a FANG interview. That's something we can definitely take into account. Nitin saying again, in this masterclass, which is design a Google search type ahead, how do we get different suggestions in different countries? Okay, definitely. That's something we can cover. How do you get different suggestions in different countries? Viday is asking for DP from scratch. Okay. Velan is asking, what are the practical steps, hurdles, pitfalls, and your experiences in starting a startup? That's a very interesting topic, actually. Startups is something we can definitely talk about. I have been involved, or I've been part of a venture capital firm before this, so I can understand. I can talk about my experiences looking at startups, and Anshuman and Abhimanyu can talk about their experience in running one. Awesome. So I think this is great. We're out of time. It was a 30-minute live session. Thank you guys so much for joining this session. Thank you for the suggestions on what we can do for the next masterclass. Don't forget, this masterclass will be happening this Thursday from 9 p.m. to midnight. It'll be on HLD and it'll be taken by Anshuman, who scaled Facebook's messenger service. Thank you so much. Have a great night and enjoy the IPL final. Thank you.